Update. Found out husband, 25M, has been cheating on me, 24F, and I haven't told him yet. Original post. https www.reddit.com/r/relationship-advice/comments/catkh/found-out-husband-25 mis-cheating on me 24 fandy/ UTM medium equals Android app and UTM source equals share. First off, I want to apologize for not properly replying everyone and going Mia. I still have many unread chats and replies on the post which was locked by the time I could get around to it. It's been a hectic few days for me to say the least, while still answering all of you. The husband of the affair partner replied to my DM. I had sent him a simple, "Hi, can you please reply to this, it's kind of important," and while his profile seemed inactive, he surprisingly replied quickly. I got to the point so I wouldn't chicken out and told him how his wife and my husband are having an affair. Explained to him they worked together. And sent him the screenshots of the WhatsApp chat. Reminding you I had yet to confront my own husband with the everything as he hadn't arrived from work yet. And there was a good few hours before he usually arrived home. I guess the husband might have confronted his wife and through her my husband found out, but it was obvious he knew cause that night he didn't arrive at his usual time. I was thinking of packing up everything and leaving without telling him to begin with, but I guess I wanted answers from him as to why he'd do that to me. When it dawned on me that this man is coward and I should just leave for my own betterment, I booked a flight back home and left for the airport before he even arrived home. I was waiting for the results of my COVID test at the airport when he called me asking me where I was, and I told him. Part of me wants to laugh at what happened next and part of me wants to cry. Not even in my wildest dreams would I have dreamt this scenario. He tells me to wait for him and we'll take the next flight after this one together. I ask him why should I even consider waiting for him, and he tells me it's all because of my stupidity. As we lived in an Islamic country, adultery is a crime punishable by at least a few months up to a year, so if her husband files a report he could end up in jail. He basically orders me to stay put and that we'll talk when I arrive at the airport. I flat out tell him I'm leaving and that is he about the law and I didn't. He should have thought twice before sleeping with someone else's wife. After that I turned off my phone and boarded my flight a few hours later. Now I'm back home and everything is slowly sinking in. It's apparent my marriage can no longer go on. I have no love left for the man who, instead of apologizing or at the least faced me, ended up telling me, "How could you?" and turned me into the bad guy. His parents have even accused me of ruining their son's career as his boss fired him and his AP when he found out, and even blacklisted him, so now he can't get another work visa for that country. Also, because he left in such a hurry, many things were left unresolved, like we had paid the whole year's rent in advance and still had a few months in the lease, and also things like the furniture and monthly bills, so now he's scrambling trying to get his friends to suspend everything and sell off the furniture, and his parents are angry at the amount of stress I've caused their son. Thankfully my parents, most of our friends and even most of his family are on my side and agree he's the one who screwed up. Many of you suggested I do something to get revenge, but honestly none of this was my intention. Neither do I get any happiness from it. I also have zero intention of wanting anything out of the divorce. I can earn my own money and there's nothing he can give me that will make the pain and heartbreak I've felt these past few days any better. I'm not shaming people who do seek alimony. I'm just saying I prefer to sever all ties and finish this off as soon as possible. I want to move on with my life and have already reached out to my old employer of rejoining the company to which they told me I could return whenever, plus I'm reconnecting with all old friends I missed while living abroad. Husband has hinted he wants to talk and maybe even consider reconciling, but I've made a strict only talk through my lawyer rule and made it clear that is not happening ever. I don't know if this is good update, but this is the current reality. My divorce might take a while, maybe even up to a year, as judges usually will give couples a few months if one person seeks reconciliation and isn't willing to an uncontested divorce. So for now, this man is still legally my husband, but emotionally he's currently a complete stranger to me. I thank all of you for the love and support. The advice you all gave was really great. Thanks to all of you. I am currently lawyered up and all contact is through him. TLDR. I went back to my home county. And so did husband shortly after, in fear of being charged for adultery. Currently seeking a divorce, which might take some time, as husband hinted at reconciliation, which I made clear isn't happening. Fuck him. Good for you, op. Sorry this happened. Stick to your guns. Sounds like you are in a good place and there is no need for revenge on your ex-husband. He has created a very large mess all by himself. It will take time for you to process all. Talk with family, friends, tell them everything. Have the best life going forward. His parents are angry at the amount of stress I've caused their son. The amount of stress he caused himself and you. Make sure to always stress how this is 100% his fault. And no one's fault but his fault. He deserves everything he's getting and more. He's the F-king moron who lost his wife and job so he could get his dick wet. Knowing it was a crime, knowing all the consequences. No mercy on that guy. None at all. His parents have even accused me of ruining their son's career, as his boss fired him and his AP when he found out, and even blacklisted him, so now he can't get another work visa for that country. So it had nothing to do with him fucking another man's wife in a country where adultery is illegal and punishable by law. The apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. Imagine the horror of these people being grandparents to your kids. Thank God you dodged that bullet. I am currently lawyered up and all contact is through him. Well done. You're going to be fine. It is laughable how he wants to reconcile when he is in trouble. Good for you though. It seems like you are in a good headspace. Much luck to you, and I hope you process it fast and well. You're only 24. Whole life ahead of you. Have lots of fun single for a while. XX.
All the power to you.
Congratulations, op. You're much better off without that piece of garbage. Adultery is a crime punishable by at least a few months up to a year, so if her husband files a report he could end up in jail. Heck yeah. I hope they both end in jail. Adultery is abuse. Any kind of emotional abuse should be punishable by jail time. Glad you got out of there. So he cheated, blames you, and then is magnanimous enough to consider reconciliation? Hell no. Thank God you got out of there when you did. It's better you realized who he was now rather than later. I'm happy you're back home around your support system with people around you who can help you heal. So he's mad at you because now he's facing the consequences of his actions. He and his family can stay mad. I would be doing the exact same thing you're doing. I'd also lock down some information down and make sure he or his family doesn't have access to you or your location. You have really been through a lot. I'm so sorry you've had to endure this. Take good care of yourself. Take it one day at a time. And don't look back. You're doing really well. I am sorry that this happened to you. You did get revenge on your ex by telling the other husband and by leaving your life admin to your ex. I think you're taking the right approach by wanting to sever ties ASAP. Yes, there were months left on the lease and furniture to sell. Yes, you could have him face serious legal issues. Yes, you could probably take him to the cleaners in court. At a certain point, the money involved is a detriment because it ties you to him and wastes your time, energy and sanity. In our materialistic world, we often disregard or downplay those things. But money is a means to an end, happiness, safety and comfort. If you were able to restart your life with a minimal economic hit without having to deal with him ever again, then that is a massively great place to be. I'm so glad you have the support of friends and family. There will be brighter days in the future. Hell yeah, he can sit in his own demise. Love your style, hope you move on and up, sister. Good for you. I'm so glad you got out. I know you feel bad right now, op, and this hurts, but I am so happy with this update. He got what he deserved. He played with fire and got burned. Simple. I am also happy with how you handled it and how your mindset is. This is great. Stay strong and push through. Definitely one of the best updates I seen in a while. You got this, op. Good for you for doing what's best for yourself and not looking back. Such drastic changes aren't easy for anybody. But sometimes they greatly beat the alternative. You sound like a great woman who will have no trouble finding a better man who deserves you. If I'd lived in a country where infidelity was a crime, I would have been down to the police station so fast. Heads would be spinning. And I would have taken great delight in watching them get out away. Beat of luck, op. You're a strong woman. You'll be fine. You're still young and don't have children tying you to the man. You're very lucky in a way. Though you may not feel that way right now.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.